Hey, welcome to another episode of GeekOutdoors.com. So I posted my very first YouTube video on October 2013. So at the time of this video, it's been a little over 8 years. And so today I'm going to be showing you all the camera gear that I've used since then up until today. And so let's start off with the very first one. And that is my Sony CyberShot point-and-shoot camera. This had a 14.1 megapixel sensor, and it could go up to an incredible 720p resolution. And whenever I shot my very first YouTube video, which was a Double Dragon video game, I basically set my Sony CyberShot on a tripod, and then I recorded my game off of a TV. So this was the very first camera that I used for YouTube. And so after my Sony CyberShot, I actually upgraded to a phone. And so this is my Htc One. This is an absolutely beautiful phone. It's one of the first Android phones at the time that came out that actually had the design quality very similar to an Apple product. And that was a big thing, and I still really feel that it is a beautiful phone to this day. So this was my main camera plus YouTube editing studio for many years, and I probably produced hundreds of videos off of this phone alone, which leads me to the next camera. And the next camera is yet another phone. This is the LG G5, and this phone also was used for many videos, and since this was more powerful than my previous Htc One, I could do a lot more editing on this. So this was my complete YouTube studio from beginning to end, and I would say it was a good phone for the time, and it did have things like a wide angle lens. But after this was pretty much the time that I actually decided to upgrade and move over to a quote-unquote real camera. And so from there, I finally moved over to a real camera. So this is the Panasonic Lumix G85 4K camera. And even though I have owned cameras before, like the Sony CyberShot, they were basically point-and-shoot cameras. But this is the first one that was a real camera, and this was a game changer because this dramatically improved the overall video quality on my YouTube videos, and at the same time, it really got me into the world of cameras, and I'm learning so much from this. Which leads me to the final camera gear that I have now, which I am shooting with. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you that. I'm gonna go ahead and use this camera to record the camera that I'm using now. Set up your business easily and legally with incredibly affordable rates at Incfile. Join more than 500,000 businesses and launch your business today. For more information, check out the affiliate link in the description area below. So before we get into the latest camera that I'm using, let's go ahead and talk about the camera that I'll always have with me, and I'm pretty much always going to be using in some way, and that is of course the smartphone. So this is the current smartphone that I'm using, and I primarily use this whenever I need to do YouTube shorts or if I need to do quick videos when I'm on the go. So your smartphone is pretty much always going to be the best camera that you have with you all the time, and this is one that I would highly recommend that you take advantage of because there's a lot of powerful features in all these smartphones. Okay, so finally we're getting to the latest and greatest camera that I'm using, and that is the Sony A74. This is an absolute beast of a camera. This is currently the most expensive and most professional camera I've ever owned. And I would say once you get to this point where you're investing this much money, you're pretty much not going to go back. And this is an absolutely incredible camera. I absolutely love everything about it. And I could tell I'm going to learn so much from using this camera. And who knows what I'll get in the future. But at this point, I really can't think of anything better when it comes to cameras. So as you can see, there's definitely been a multitude of camera gear over the years, and I'm really grateful that I've been able to do YouTube for this long and for all of you being here and really allowing me the opportunity to learn how to do YouTube, how to do videos, how to do photography, just really learning how to use all these things that allow me to be a better creator. So if you actually had any thoughts on this, be sure to leave it in the comments area below. And if you did want to see more of my camera tutorials, reviews, and tips, I do have an entire playlist. I'll leave that in the description area as well. So as always, if you did get value out of these videos, be sure to share, like, and subscribe. And if you're a creative geek like me, and you want to get exclusive access to more content that I don't put out here publicly on my YouTube channel, then join my Gold Content Creators group, where you're going to get content like this and more for all the creative geeks out there. And the best part is, all of this is free. Simply head over to the link below, check out my page, and sign up for my Gold Content Creators group.